everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you clicked on this video, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to be a good roommate. So you have all heard the horror stories of people having terrible college roommates or just like roommates in general, and in this video I'm going to teach you guys how to be a good roommate and how to prevent this from happening in the first place. So I am so grateful and so lucky because I had amazing roommates. I'm a little sad that they were amazing because I have like no good horror stories to share, but like my friends had terrible roommates and I feel so bad for them, and I would just always give them tips like on how they could resolve the conflicts that they're having and like how to be there for them like when they were just in that bad time. Like, once again, this is not coming from a place of hate for my roommates. My roommates were amazing. I never had any problems with them, and I feel like since I didn't have any problems with them that my methods work, and it just shows that not everyone is bad out there and you shouldn't be scared. And might I add, they were kind of random when I picked them. So basically one of them reached out to me and was like, do you want to live with me? And I was like, sure. And I don't really remember because we had to get 4 roommates. I don't remember if I picked the rest or if she did. I think she picked one and I picked the other one, but we all just like came together, so it really was random. It wasn't like we knew each other, so I just got extremely lucky and I love them all. And if they're watching this right now, thank you for being such good roommates. But now to go into the list I've made on how to be a good roommate, we're going to do that. Don't forget to subscribe while you're waiting and like this video and comment down below what else you want me to make for you guys. I would love to hear what you want to know. Yeah. So the first thing you need to do is you need to set ground rules. Some colleges call this like making a roommate contract, and you might already have to do this, but here are some like important things to include in the contract. So when you're further down the road, if these problems come up, you'll already have a contract and you'll know how to solve them. Some rules you might want to put on this contract is when you're going to take out the trash and who's going to take out the trash. So dealing with those common areas that you're sharing, even if you are in a room where it's 2 of you in one room, or if it's 4 of you and you have a common living area, you want to make sure that if you guys are sharing a trash can, who's taking that out and when that's happening. You might also want to talk about shower times, so depending on how many bathrooms you have and how many people you have to share with. Luckily, me and my roommate that I shared the shower with, she got a class earlier than me, so she had her shower early and I had mine a little later. We never had any conflicts on the shower time, which was amazing. But you might want to consider, okay, who needs to take a longer one? Maybe they should go first or second. However, you're going to divvy that out. You're also going to want to talk about who's going to be buying what. So we had a group chat and we kind of just said like who's going to be buying the microwave, who's going to be buying the Keurig, who's going to be buying the Brita, things like that. So you really want to talk about like if you're splitting expenses, especially if you're buying a fridge or you're buying a TV to share, one person should like buy one person should buy the other, because the costs are different, same and all that. So you want to make sure it's fair. The next tip I have for you guys is letting them know when you're gonna have people over, and also expect them to do the same. So if they're having people over, they should tell you who they are and when they're coming, how long are they staying, and if you're doing that, you should do the exact same. Even if you think they won't care, they probably will in the back of their head. That's a little bit of invasion of privacy, and usually your college dorm is the only space you have on the campus that is actually yours. Respecting the person's space is really important, especially if they have a final the next day or if they just need to catch up on some sleep. Like, you have to let them know who's coming over, how long they're staying, and all of that detail. The next tip I have for you guys is make sure that you are cleaning everything. And when I mean this, is just saying like, even if it's not dirty to you, just still clean it because it can be dirty to them. So what's considered like dirty to you may be totally different on their version. So whenever you get the chance, just clean up after yourself, clean the things around you, and if you have a shared space, even if they aren't pulling their weight, still do it, and then give them constructive criticism saying, hey, I just cleaned the bathroom, but maybe next week you can do it. And like, once again, I said it might not be dirty to you, but it might be considered dirty to someone else. You never know the household people are coming from or they're bringing up situations. So you just want to respect the common spaces and clean up after yourself. This also includes your own room. Make sure that your own room is clean, because it can also bother other people living around you if your personal like hygiene and your personal space is not clean. Just make sure that you're keeping up your room and you're staying on top of things. One easy thing you can do every single day is make your bed before you leave to go to class. I highly recommend doing this, because even if you have clothes all over the floor, at least your bed is made and it will look 10 times better. So I'm not saying to share everything, but a good way to get on your roommate's side is to share. If you bring them snacks or they bring you snacks, just expect to like keep that going. It's always nice like not having to ask people for like money in return if you're like borrowing things. So what I mean by this is like, I'm sorry if the lighting just changed, but like there was some lawnmowers going by, so I just wanted to stop it for a second. But I was talking about snacks. So if like somebody gives you snacks, or if you give someone snacks, don't expect them to like pay you back. Just like expect them to like buy next time, like that kind of thing. So like if you're out with someone at dinner, it's always nice to just be like, oh, can you just like buy me this the next time? Like I always live by that policy instead of like asking people for money or like holding them accountable. I kind of just like hold them accountable of like, okay, I expect you to buy the next thing like next time. So I feel like that's a good way if you guys are buying snacks together, or if you're sharing like Netflix or something, just be like, okay, I'll buy it this time, you buy it next time. That's an amazing way to go about things. If you don't like them, you don't have to be their best friend. No one's expecting you to find your best friend your first year of moving into college through your roommate process. Like no one is expecting that of you, and you shouldn't expect that for yourself either. So kind of just remind that, put that in your head, like you don't have to be amazing friends with them, but you still want to be respectful, nice, friendly to their friends, and so on. Don't be a B word. And my final tip, and the most important to avoid confrontation, is find your way of how you're going to confront them if they do something wrong, like to begin with. So sit down and think about it now. How am I going to confront them? You may be introverted and you might not feel comfortable like talking to them in their face. So maybe you can get their phone number and you can text them like, hey, if you're being too loud, you just turn it down a little bit. Or if they're not taking out the trash, you can text them and be like, hey, would you mind taking out the trash? It's looking a little full. So kind of just find your way and think about it now. How do you feel most comfortable talking to them, instead of going to your RA all the time? Because your RA will have the answers, but you don't want to do that for every single situation, because that might start to annoy them. I hope this video helped you guys so much, and I hope you guys will be perfect little roommates now. I know you guys will, and I just hope you all have the best roommate experience. If you guys want to hear about my roommate experience, you can just comment down below. I love to share, even though nothing really happened, but I have some stories here and there. I can always make more videos on more advice and tips and all of that, so just flood the comment section down below. I can't wait to hear from you guys. Thank you guys again for checking out my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!